It seems like Cracka and Foolio's crew aren't ready to let things slide after Foolio's tragic death. The tension is rising, and it looks like they're gearing up to come for Yungeen Ace.
Yes, it happened. Happened to everybody. And niggas died first though.
Cracka speaks on Foolio's death. Cracka recently dropped a track titled 50K featuring Foolio. This track is one of the last pieces Foolio worked on before his death and has generated significant buzz due to its aggressive lyrics and apparent references to ongoing tensions and potential revenge plans against Yungeen Ace. The song features Cracka reflecting on the loss of close ones like Foolio and vows to seek retribution. Lines like "bouncing bodies back, kill shit for 8, left 100 shells," and "man, them niggas played when they took my brother, now it's time to spin" hint at a cycle of violence and revenge within the community. This track feels like a direct clapback in the ongoing beef between Foolio's crew and Yungeen Ace's ATK gang. The hard-hitting lyrics and the perfect timing of the drop suggest that Cracka and Foolio's squad are gearing up for revenge, subtly letting Yungeen Ace know they're not backing down. Lines like "God forgive me, know I'm living wrong, but I gotta sin" hit hard and underline the track's intense vibe. If you don't know Cracka, he's a Jacksonville rapper known for his intense and gritty lyrics that reflect his real-life struggles. He's been making waves in the local hip-hop scene with tracks that showcase his raw talent and storytelling skills. This dude's been through it all, and his music keeps it 100% real, resonating with fans who appreciate his authenticity. Cracka and Foolio had a tight bond. They came up together in the Jacksonville rap scene, supporting each other through thick and thin. They have collaborated on several tracks like "Get Down" and the recent 50K, which has been a significant point of discussion due to its aggressive and vengeful lyrics. Foolio's death hit Cracka hard, and it's clear he's taking this loss personally. Since then, Cracka has been going live on social media, throwing shade at Yungeen Ace and his crew ATK. In one of his live sessions, Cracka and his friend were bragging about being hard to kill, with his friend declaring, "That nigga died first though."
You can step on these niggas ain't gonna die. You could been stepping on these niggas, man.
Yes, it happened. Happened to everybody. And niggas died first though.
Many believe this is a strong indication of a possible retaliatory move against Yungeen Ace, who they strongly suspect had something to do with Foolio's death. As you probably know, Foolio was tragically killed on June 23, 2024, while celebrating his birthday. On that day, Foolio and his crew rented an Airbnb in Tampa for the weekend. However, Foolio made the critical mistake of posting an open invitation on his Instagram story, inviting everyone to come through to his pool party.
The pool party start the day at 5, 6 o'clock. You already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock.
This post alerted his enemies to his location. The party at the Airbnb was shut down by the landlord after only 2 hours due to complaints. But Foolio didn't let that stop him. He quickly moved the party to a nearby club, posting a flyer with the club's address on Instagram, once again broadcasting his location to the world. After the club, Foolio and his crew gathered in the parking lot while his manager scouted for a place to stay. They decided on a nearby Holiday Inn and headed over. As Foolio and his entourage arrived at the Holiday Inn, the attackers were already executing their plan. The footage, taken from the shared parking lot of a Hilton and Holiday Inn in Tampa, revealed crucial details about that night. It showed 3 individuals armed with a handgun and 2 rifles moving stealthily toward the hotel. The camera captured the suspects as they approached Foolio's car, which was parked outside the hotel. Suddenly, they opened fire, unleashing a hail of bullets at the vehicle. Foolio, seated in the right front passenger seat, tried to escape, but the relentless gunfire continued as the car attempted to flee. The attack killed Foolio and left 3 others in the car critically injured. Police identified the shooters as 21-year-old Elisa Andrews, 21-year-old Isaiah Chance, and 18-year-old Sean Gright. According to the police, as Foolio was broadcasting his location, Isaiah Chance Jr. and Alicia Andrews were actively tracking him. They followed him to multiple locations, using their cell phones to coordinate their movements, leading to the tragic ambush. After Foolio's death, police reviewed the hotel parking lot surveillance footage. Though the grainy images made identifying the masked gunmen difficult, key details like the getaway car's make and model stood out. Detectives used license plate readers and phone logs to trace 2 vehicles back to the suspects. On a rainy afternoon, the SWAT team moved in to arrest the first suspect, Sean Gathright. Body cam footage shows him with his hands up, cooperating as officers handcuffed him.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Walk back to me.
Next target was Isaiah Chance Jr. Officers arrived at his residence during a heavy downpour, armed with large rifles. The tension was palpable as they surrounded the property, ready to make the arrest.
Hands up and walk toward me. Hands up and walk toward me.
Chance was instructed to comply, holding his arms out as he approached. He was ordered to the ground, handcuffed, and taken into custody. Alicia Andrews was the final suspect to be apprehended. She exited the residential location with her hands in the air and was immediately handcuffed. Even though the killers have been arrested, Yungeen Ace is still being targeted by Cracka and Foolio's crew. Why Yungeen Ace is targeted. Ever since Foolio's death, all eyes have been on Yungeen Ace, and that's because of a few key reasons. First and foremost, Yungeen Ace and Foolio have been each other's biggest ops, locked in a deadly feud that has rocked Jacksonville's streets and rap scene. This long-standing rivalry involving their respective gangs ATK, Ace's top killers, and KTA, Kill Them All, has been marked by multiple violent incidents and retaliatory attacks over the years. The conflict escalated in 2017 with the murder of Zion Brown, Foolio's cousin. In retaliation, Yungeen Ace was targeted in a shooting in 2018, which he survived despite being hit multiple times. Foolio clapped back with straight-up disrespect, publicly mocking the deaths of Ace's loved ones. He took it to another level by visiting the cemetery where one of Yungeen Ace's brothers was buried and posting about it on social media to taunt Ace and his crew. These incidents fueled further retaliation and violence, including music that mocked the deceased from both sides. For instance, Yungeen Ace's Who I Smoke, which names several of Foolio's dead associates, and Foolio's When I See You, which responded in kind by sampling news coverage of the deaths of Ace's friends and family. Besides the ongoing feud, Yungeen Ace's actions after Foolio's murder have put an even bigger target on his back. Just hours after Foolio's death, Yungeen Ace dropped a diss track called Do It. In this track, Ace delivers chilling lines about hunting down and finishing off his enemies, with lyrics eerily reflecting the events at the Holiday Inn. The provocative chorus appears to order hits on his enemies, urging his crew to take action regardless of the circumstances. Ace didn't stop there. A few days later, he released another track, Game Over, which further inflamed the situation. In Game Over, Ace explicitly calls out Foolio's crew 6 Block and references the ambush that killed Foolio. His lyrics suggest a direct description of the real-life attack, intensifying the feud and the violence surrounding it. These bold moves have put Yungeen Ace squarely on Cracka and Foolio's crew's radar. Despite many pointing fingers at Ace for Foolio's death, he has recently denied any involvement in the murder. In a recent interview with DJ Academics, Ace expressed his sadness over Foolio's passing and emphasized that he had no hand in his murder.
People feel like I'm behind lots of well, I'm not. I'm not behind.
Ace's denial hasn't done much to cool the fire. Cracka has been particularly vocal, taking to social media to accuse Ace of being scared and fleeing Jacksonville.
Ace is a whole it's been on from Jacksonville.
Word on the street is that Yungeen Ace might be avoiding Jacksonville because his crew is crumbling since Foolio's death. Since Foolio's death, Jacksonville has been a war zone, with Foolio's crew going hard, targeting anyone they think had a hand in his murder, especially rivals in the ATK crew. Shootings and other violent incidents have shot up, with many seeing these as payback for Foolio's death. Rapper Brick Baby even spilled the beans, revealing that at least 6 ATK members have been taken out since Foolio's death, turning up the heat and keeping the tension in Jacksonville red hot.
A lot of what's the Yungeen Ace? His boys? Yeah, been dropping like 6 of them.
While it's hard to confirm Brick Baby's statement fully, there is an incident that might back up his claim. The murder of Lil Leak's big brother, Darius Beal, also known as Fizzy. Darius was shot multiple times in the parking lot of the Laurel Grove Apartments in Orange Park and later died at the hospital. The Clay County Sheriff's Office believes it was a targeted attack and an isolated incident, but the timing and circumstances suggest otherwise. With Cracka releasing new tracks and shading ATK and Yungeen Ace, it doesn't seem like the war in Jacksonville is ending anytime soon. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.